Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, something a little bit different today again. I'm gonna have a mess around with the forge, or the fan for it. I've been collecting a few little bits over time. I made that forge, some of you probably won't know it. I made this sort of bit of a forge, I don't know, it was years ago. And it's been sat under that bench for a very, very long time. We've got a bulldog here that's after treats. One more. One more. You think he was wasting away? Are you starving? Where was I? Yeah, so I'm gonna sort the fan out first, the blower. So I need to get this off and make another plate for it with a bit of 50mm round tube coming out of there. And I've also got a power regulator for it, which we will try. Fingers crossed that works. But let's get that bit done first. We'll cut a little circle out with a plasma cutter and get a bit of tube welded to it. Right. 2 more bolts. We can see what we're up against then. There we are. Right, let's get a bit of tube. Ah, blue. I think we need a short piece. So yeah, if I make another plate for this that bolts on, with a little stump of tube coming out like that, I think that'll do. Yeah. Right, let's figure that out, measure that up and see what we've got to cut out. Right, got the circle laid out. It's got funny angles on it, so I've sort of got it just about clamped there. Hopefully it will stay on. It will spatter a bit when I first set off, but I don't think it matters for this. Try that again. There we go, we're off. Trying to stick. This is not going well. It sticks it as soon as I do the thing. Right, keep moving, keep moving. Yeah, I'm having problems. If I loosen that off a bit, that might do it. Right, that might have it. That's a bit of a mess. That's not my finest moment with the plasma cutter, but we'll make something out of it. Right, I'm going to score a bit of a line in it. It's I think it's more egg-shaped. Right, I went around it again with a silver marker pen, so I can see that a bit better now. But let's try and get it a bit close. So I've got it in there. I've got a bit of a grip of it now, and yeah, it's going to end up a little bit smaller than what I thought it would. let's just double check if I'm still got enough material to put the mounting holes. Here, it's going to be close. You know what? I've messed it up. You know what's got to happen? I've got to start again. It's not going to be big enough. Oh well. let's have another go. Right. Mark II. Sometimes you just have to like admit you messed up and try not to get too upset about it and get stuck into the next one. This is why I'm doing all this on my own stuff. Right, let's see how Mark II goes. And we've got a little V cut out here as well for a starting point. Look, ideal. No, don't do that. Okay. It was going so well. We nearly went round the clock. Well, that's looking a damn sight better, that is. Bingo! Right, it's sort of round. We've done a couple of death-defying tricks on the lathe, which obviously were unfit for filming. But anyway, I've just got to cut a little hole in the middle there now, 50mm or thereabouts, and then we can bolt that on. Now I know sort of in theory it's not going to be as efficient as it would. Let's have a look. With that size hole. Right, the battery went on the camera again. Yeah, I know it's not going to be as efficient if we had that size hole, but it's going to be okay for what we're using it for. In time, if I did find maybe something like an old exhaust pipe that would go from that size and gradually come into the 50mm, that probably would be better. But for now, we're just going to do this. It will be good enough to get something up and running. So I'm going to cut that out with the plasma. It will be very rough because I'm doing it freehand, but yeah, we'll do it for what we're using it for. Don't look. Yes, nice. Right. couple of tacks here and there, then we'll weld it round. That will do. Right. I've cooled that down a little bit under the tap, just to speed things up a little bit. And get a spanner on that and just nip it up. Right. Let's see what a struggle it is to get this on. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I think it'll need a clamp on there. Look at that. That's good. Okay, we have a bit of a setup. The old forge is out and the pipe is linked. Hopefully that should be okay. Now, way back in the day, many moons ago, I had a setup like this, more or less the same, because we used to get calls to go and do a lot of the country shows in the rural crafts sort of side of the show. And yeah, to start with, we had in the very early days, we had a Hoover. Some of the old vacuum cleaners, like the cylinder ones, one end it would blow, the other end it would suck. So we had an old Hoover running our first mobile forge, and then we upgraded to something very similar to this. And the idea worked for years and years and years. It never failed. So I'm hoping it's going to be pretty much the same for this. Right. Where did I put the regulator? Well, over there in the box. Let's grab hold of that. It's all down to this now. Will this work? Fingers crossed it will, because you have to be able to slow the fan down, or sometimes you'd have a gate sort of down here on the tube which will shut the air off, but doing that, the fan's still running at full speed. So I thought it'd be best to slow the fan down. All our big forges in the workshop all had regulators on them to slow the fan down, and they had a gate, but we never used the gate. We just slowed them down with the regulator, which is a lot better. Anyway, let's plug it in and find out. So this is just it's a cheap thing off eBay, but hopefully it will be okay. So we've got to plug that in. Let's plug the fan into there. I think people use them on extractor systems for when they're growing certain types of crop. You know, in attics of houses and dodgy barns here and there. I think that's probably what this is for. I'm not going to reach. Oh, a little extension lead over there. Come on, Blue, let me buy. Don't do it. Make sure it's all off, yeah. It's on full blast at the minute. Full speed ahead. Right, we're going to get a big spark and a bang, or is it going to behave itself? Yes! Now will it slow down? Brilliant! Oh yes! What do you reckon, Blue? Brilliant! Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Oh, that's blowing out there, lovely. Put the box there, I bet it'll blow that up. Plenty of air coming out of there. Yes. Let's get some bits. Plenty. The dog's getting up. They're not edible, mate. That's perfect. There's the little box, look. Yes. Nice steady flow of air there. Brilliant. That's it. We gotta celebrate with a chew, haven't we, Blue? Hey? Celebrations. We're in a right mess at the minute. We're in a right mess, aren't we, mate? Let's get the dog a chew. Alright, mate. Come on then, let's get you over here. It's a bit cleaner on the floor. Good boy. I'll call that done. So, next. Hold on, let me just sort my arm situation out. There we go, back in the sling. Where's my phone? So the Blacksmith Coke, that seems to be very, very difficult to get hold of. I've seen a place in Sheffield which is a fair old trek just to go for a couple of bags of Coke. We got told of a place in Wales, again that's a fair old trek, but then I went and found some on where's my phone? I found some on Marketplace. Somebody's selling 4 bags. Let me just have a look on my phone. Come on. Learn how to work your phone, you silly old fool. Why is it not doing? There you go. Right, Marketplace. Saved items, bear with me. Blacksmiths Coke available. 4 25 kilo bags, and they are in Bedford. Still a bit of a trek, but does anybody live near Bedford? Bedford. Let's go on to Google Maps. See how. What are you doing? Hey, he's got the packet. He's got the packet for the treats. Let's go on Google Maps. It's empty, mate, isn't it? Yeah, it's empty. Google Maps. Bear with the old Divry fool on his phone. Bedford. Bedford. Apparently that's 45 miles away. But although it says Bedford on Marketplace, it could be just outside Bedford. It could be north of Bedford, which would be even closer to me. It's saying 1 hour 17 minutes away. 4 bags. How much were they? 4 bags of Coke for 50 quid. That's not bad. Some of the prices I've been told, that is pretty good. They may even come for £40, 40 quid, 10 quid a bag. That'd be better, wouldn't it? Does anybody know Dale Ellis? I'll show someone's random name out on YouTube. He's selling 4 bags of Blacksmiths Coke in Bedford. Tempting. Tempting. Very, very tempting. Oh, look. Very tempting. Well, they're closer than everyone else that I found out. See, the Blacksmith Coke, it is a certain type. They're quite small. It's not a lot of great big lumps of coal that you'd have burning in your fireplace at home. Yeah, they're quite small. Then it's not anthracite beans, it's different to that as well. Obviously you get a lot of heat through it, so it's definitely the stuff I need. But I'm very happy with that. Very happy. What I'll have to do next, when a couple of good strong mates come round, we'll get the old anvil out the corner there, and I'll give it another once over, because we got that really, really nice. You know, I spent a lot of time polishing that back up and dressing all the surface back up. What I'd like to do eventually is a proper on the hunt for some snacks. The rest went down, mate. They've gone. What I wouldn't mind doing is put a bit of a lean-to out in the yard there, because don't matter about the winter when you've stood by that when it's roaring away and smacking some metal over the anvil, you'll soon warm up. You will. So just somewhat with a canopy over me out there would be perfect. And the anvil sat there. Obviously we'd have to devise a way to bring the anvil at night. Not that anyone's going to run away with that. Like I say, I've got all sensors out there, so I know if anybody's in that yard instantly. But yeah, I've got a little bit of a buzz going. I'm looking forward to that now. And like I say, the idea is possibly start another little channel on just a bit of blacksmithing and fabrication, making all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff, from tiny little things that will go on a keyring right up to bigger stuff, sort of candlesticks, swords, like fantasy swords, axes. It's endless what could be done. Just stuff that's going to be interesting to watch. But Thor's hammer, we could do something like that, and you know, just make some fun stuff. You know, it doesn't have to be a solid block of steel for Thor's hammer. We can make it we can make it out of sheet, but it'll look like a solid block, and they'll be sort of wall hang pieces, display pieces, and like I say, I can sell them when they're done. Anyway, yeah, maybe if I get hold of that coat somehow, we can give it a bit of a test run. I'll say I've run this setup for years and years and years back in the day with all the demonstrating, so I know 100% it'll work, because your cold air coming in keeps all the base cool, you see, and you don't really get any heat transfer down there. The heat of your fire will be up here. I'll say that forge we made very, very similar to this. Lasted forever. It did. It lasted till, you know, everything went pear-shaped and south, and my dad died, and I shut the company down, and yeah, awful times. But this I think this will bring back some happy memories. It really will. And I'm very much looking forward to doing something on there. And I've thoroughly enjoyed doing this. I've been meaning to do this for probably a couple of years now, and yeah, I'm glad I've done it. It's going to be good fun. Anyway, I think that'll do. I'm going to probably have a bit of a clean up, so there's a bit of a mess in here. Anyway, I'm done. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.